Thank you for taking time from your schedules to be here. This is a really significant event for Dakota College. And Scott Wager is here from the paper and asked for some comments earlier this morning. And as we were doing the research, we found out the last major building that's been constructed on this campus directly targeted at student living was Milligan Hall. And that was in 1971. So do the math, and Dr. Shirley helped me, it's 50 years. So it's been 50 years since we've had new construction directly for students. So this is a pretty big day, and it's a significant part of the history at Dakota College at Bottineau. So we're glad that you're here to see the start of this construction. I should also add, we get asked, so why are you building a new dining center? Well, part of the reason is our current dining center is in the basement of one of the men's residence halls built in 1961. And as you might imagine, it's kind of reaching the end of its life. Plumbing systems are outdated, electrical is outdated, it's in a basement with no handicapped accessibility, we don't have a lot of natural light, and also it's not really usable. We have a major facility because of the way it was designed, which made sense back in 1961, can only be used 6 hours a day because we can't secure the kitchen equipment, and so it has to be locked up when we're not serving meals. And as we were thinking about priorities, we want a facility that's open almost all day long. And that's what this new facility is going to be able to provide. And so we're excited. We're excited that you're here to help witness this. And we're going to hear just a few remarks. I want to ask Dr. Shirley if he would say a few comments as president of Dakota College at Bottineau. I'll give you both mics.
All right, will do. Thank you. Thank you, Jerry. Good afternoon, everyone. This is certainly a very exciting day in the history of Dakota College at Bottineau, and one of the things that becomes really important is the facilities that we have for our students, and ensuring that that those facilities are something that's going to be important to their retention, to their success, to their happiness while they're students at DCB. And certainly a dining facility is high on that list. Our students are going to spend a lot of time in this building, in this facility. It's long overdue. We're excited that the day is here. And I think this location, this area, this setting right here with this new facility has the potential to really become one of the key lifeblood spots of the university, a heart of the college, if you will, a spot where our students can spend a lot of time, not just with their meals, but in this facility and utilizing this space that's really been underutilized for some time. So I think it also has the prospects to become an asset for the community of Bottineau as well. And that's exciting, an opportunity for us to attract folks from the community and from the region onto campus for meetings, for gatherings, for different events as well. And so we look forward to this, look forward to next year being here at some point in 2022, and we're doing the other side of this, which is the ribbon cutting. But first things first, we've got to break ground. So 50 years in the making. It's going to be add a lot for today and tomorrow's students, but for the students of the future as well, and that's what's really exciting. So a great day for DCB. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Shirley. And I'm going to turn the mic over to Chad Dustin from Construction Engineers, who's kind of taken the lead on making sure this project gets moving along. A lot of experience here in Bottineau because both JLG as the architectural firm and Construction Engineers, for those of you from the community, know that they just recently completed the work on the elementary school, and we heard nothing but glowing remarks, so we're looking forward to the same thing here. And I told Chad the big question is, so how long is it going to take? But there's a little bit more to it than that, but I'm going to turn it over to Chad to tell us a little bit about the project.
Thanks, Jerry. Yeah, Chad with Construction Engineers here. I just wanted to thank, obviously, Dakota College, all the students here, JLG and the entire design team. You know, when we finished the elementary school up there, the community up here is great. I know Ron, our superintendent, I think half the people here probably know who he is or seen him in town. You know, we just want to thank the community as well for all the involvement and the willingness to help us and kind of grace us with your guys' presence. I know Ron was actually at the VFW this morning having breakfast with the veterans. You know, so it's very nice to have a welcoming community like we have up here in Bottineau. Kind of like what Jerry said, touching on schedule a little bit. Currently what we're doing is obviously stripping the site. Next week we'll be starting excavations and kicking off the foundations as well. Couple of the big things obviously with the market now, structural steel, joists and decking, some of those terms you guys might not be familiar with, but basically the main structure of the building, a lot of that material is hard to come by and lead times are really, really long right now. So we were able to get our material ordered and on the books. So we'll actually have all of our structural steel sitting in the parking lot before we actually need it for the project. So that's a good benefit for the project. Currently right now we're tentatively scheduled to start steel erection in the middle of June. So obviously when students come back after summer break, the building's going to look a lot different than it does right now. But substantial completion for the project right now is scheduled for early February. We're hoping to improve on that a little bit to try to get some of the existing food service equipment moved into the new building so they can be serving out of this as soon as possible after Christmas break is kind of our intent too. So yeah, I guess other than that, I just want to thank everybody for coming out today, and I guess without further ado, we can get the individuals that are going to be doing the shoveling and breaking ground here going.
Thanks, Chad. So I'm going to ask the folks participating in the groundbreaking to come forward. We're going to ask our students first, and I should just say a little bit, and you don't have to say anything. All you have to do is be up here for using the shovels. They're bashful. And the two students are Lexi Gullett and Messiah Archbold. And I just want to say a little bit, I think Lexi was in on some of the conversations when she was our student senate president a few years ago. It's taken a long time to get to this point, and they were probably wondering, are we ever going to get there? But it's happening, so you may not, you may be graduating and moving on, but at least you get to help turn one of the first shovels of dirt. And then Messiah has been active in our student senate, and so I think you will also get to actually look back and say, I turned some of the first shovels of dirt here for this project, even though you're going to be moving on as well. So I want to thank them. So I'm going to ask them to come forward, Dr. Shirley to come forward, Lisa Mock, who is our business manager, and she's been instrumental in helping us make sure the funding all works. So that's kind of critical. I would like Jim Falk, who is the manager for Sodexo, to come forward because they're the ones that will be operating the center. And then let's see, I know that, oh, there they are. Whitney Ganitsky from the EDC and Kelly Beaver from the Chamber, if they would come forward, and we're going to ask you to gather behind the shovels, and Chad as well. And we'll turn over the ceremonial dirt and get this project going.
Yeah, well, I don't know, Kirsten, how do you want them? Take a couple like this?
Yes, we want everybody to have a hand on a shovel, and then we'll let the cameras take a few stills, and then we'll count you down. Supposed to smile?
The answer is yes.
Everybody good?
On three, we'll throw it. So 1, 2. 1, 2. Yeah, if you guys want to keep a shovel for anything, go for it too. Thanks everybody for being here.
Yeah.
She tells us it's just
No, there's not a party. There's no party. No, not this year. I'll go get her. I'll be back.